Now looking on at the back end of the JetEdge machine, we're going to look at the control panel. So the control panel has basic engine gauges as well as a number of things related to the overall pump. There's a number of safety warning lights, such as high oil temperature, low hydraulic fluid level, low hydraulic charge pressure, the incoming water pressure, and all these things will shut down the intensification of the machine, will shut down the pump if anything should go wrong in that respect. So generally the way the machine is operated, the engine's turned on, warmed up, and then once the engine's at operating temperature, it's advanced to about 1800 RPM. And once the engine's revved to 1800 RPM, you can pull out the emergency stop, which is self-explanatory. And then in order to actually create high pressure water, you turn on the intensifier. And of course, this all assumes that you have a minimum of 60 psi of water inlet pressure, which you can read here in this gauge, going into the machine. And you have all of your high pressure outlet hoses hooked up to whatever accessory you're using. If you're using a hand lance or a hand gun in order to jet something or to clean something, all that would be hooked up. So with the intensifier turned on, then you can go over to this knob, which controls the hydraulic pressure. And that can be read from this gauge. And the hydraulic pressure relates to the water outlet pressure. So it's a 12-to-1 effect. So if you, for instance, set the machine to its normal operating pressure, you slowly rise the pressure, slowly raise the hydraulic pressure. If you bring it all the way up to 3000, that relates to 36,000 psi water pressure. And it's basically that simple. So engine 1800 RPM, emergency stop is pulled out, the intensify button is turned on, hydraulic pressure is raised slowly. Any pressure you set, it will maintain. So generally I start the tools off at like 10,000 psi and slowly work my way up. If you have a leak, if your fitting isn't tight, it's a good way to test your equipment slowly instead of just bringing the pressure all the way up. So that is the control panel.